Good evening and welcome to Cary Travel Express's virtual presentation on Disney, also known as the most magical and happiest place on earth, presented by Christy Gonzalez. I am Jan Callahan, a travel advisor at Cary Travel Express. We are a full service local travel agency in Cary, Illinois. Many of you have worked with us in the past and know the value of using a trusted travel advisor to assist you in planning your perfect vacation. A few items before we get started. You've been placed on mute for the presentation. At the end of the call, we will answer a few questions. Please enter them into the chat box. By attending this seminar, you will have an entry into our grand prize drawing for one or two prizes: a 7-night Greek island cruise for 2 people, courtesy of Celestial Cruises, or a trip to Cancun with a 3-night stay at Dreams Vista for 2 people with vacation flights from Apple Vacations. We will be drawing the winners in the office next week at the conclusion of the travel show week. Cary Travel Express is offering many travel specials this week that are only available through our travel agency. We can match or even beat internet pricing. We invite you to connect with a travel advisor via email, phone, in-office appointment, or we can even do a Zoom call with you. Now is the best time to use a travel advisor. And with that, I'd like to introduce you once again to Christy Gonzalez with Disney.
Thank you, Jan. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time out tonight to learn a little bit more about Disney and what's new, what's changed. Some exciting information. We have some exciting promotions. I also wanted to first start off by saying thank you to Cary Travel Express. I have worked with Cary Travel probably for the last 30 years in this industry, and they are one of the top-notch agencies in the Chicagoland area. So I'm really excited to partner with them and help get you guys some information on what Disney's all about these days. So I thought we would start off by a cute little video just to get you guys in the mood for a little magic. So here we go. Well, that doesn't do it, I'll tell you. That always gets me in the mood for some magic. So let's go ahead and just kind of go in a little overview. I always like to start off with kind of preparing you with what we're going to look at today. And I'm going to talk kind of fast because we're on a little bit of a time crunch, but certainly if you guys have questions, we have all the travel professionals there to help you. I can answer questions at the end of the presentation as well. So let's start off. We're going to look at Walt Disney World theme parks and what's new, seasonal events and offerings. So we have some exciting things coming this year that are happening down at Walt Disney World. Walt Disney World Resort Hotels. I'll just highlight a couple of new ones that we have that are quite beautiful and exciting, and reasons to visit now, which there are a lot. And then, of course, we want to touch upon the safety measures, the know before you goes, so that you can better prepare for a seamless vacation. And then certainly Miss Jan Callahan, which is our Disney expert at Cary Travel Express, can help walk you through those questions as well. So as we start, I would like to first show you the theme park experience. And, as we kind of wander through, the parks today in Florida, there are some recent additions to the attractions and entertainment offerings at the theme parks. So I thought we could start and share that a little bit with you first. Let's look at the Magic Kingdom Park. First, let's start off by saying that if you look at Cinderella's castle, it may look a little different these days. We recently renovated it with a royal makeover. So you'll notice it has deeper blues and gold trim and sapphire dust. It's absolutely spectacular. You can also experience classic attractions such as Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, the Haunted Mansion, It's a Small World, Pirates of the Caribbean, Space Mountain. All of these exciting adventures await you in this new year. It's a great time to reconnect with those classics loved by millions all over the world. You know, visiting the Magic Kingdom Park would not be complete without spotting a few of your beloved Disney characters. So while one-on-one interactions with characters are currently unavailable, spontaneous appearances along with the parade route where we have pop-up parades happening, we do try and provide those interactions, but in a safe medium. So with that, we have, oops, somebody's, hold on, excuse me. Let's continue on to Disney's Hollywood Studios. One thing to know about Disney's Hollywood Studios is there's been a lot of exciting things going on in the last couple of years there, if you have not heard. It's like a multi-year expansion of Hollywood Studios. So, you know, you've seen the addition of classics like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is just a full attraction based on Mickey and Minnie, which has never been done before, believe it or not. And it's a really great experience for those little ones and older ones alike. You also have the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, which I'm sure that you may or may not have heard, that has just been so popular. The incredible popular Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, which is within the Star Wars park, utilizes a virtual queue via the My Disney Experience, which is our app that I'm going to talk about in a little bit. And it gives you push notifications to let you know when your turn is to come on to the Rise of the Resistance. Because it's so popular, we're creating different ways so that people can enjoy the experience without waiting in long lines or missing the attraction altogether due to the overwhelming response. So what we've created was a queue system. So you should check the Know Before You Go site, which I'm going to talk to you about in a minute. Prior to visiting Disney's Hollywood Studios for the latest information about the virtual queue distribution. So it's something new that we're doing just for Rise of the Resistance, which is a super popular attraction in the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Park. And then, of course, we have the Millennium Falcon, which you can go on. We are at lower capacities in our parks, as you may imagine. So the wait times are a lot less. There's a lot less planning that has to be done when you're actually in the parks. So if you think about Disney 20 years ago and how easy it was and how wonderful the whole experience is, the crowds are a lot less these days. So we welcome you to come on down and don't hesitate to come visit us, because we take safety measures very seriously, and we are doing everything we possibly can to make your magical experience a success. So with that being said, the other park that we have to talk about today is Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. You know, you can celebrate the magic of nature in Pandora, the world of Avatar. Guests can travel to the Valley of Moria and hike among the floating mountains of Pandora and experience two awe-inspiring attractions, which is Avatar Flight of Passage and the Navi River Journey Experience. If you've never done Flight of Passage, it is like a ride that you will never forget. I promise you. It is virtual, so you are literally riding a dinosaur Comanche, and you're feeling it breathe between your legs, and it's taking you through all these wonderful visual experiences. So that is not to be missed at Disney's Animal Kingdom. You can also watch for new residents in the wildlife reserve part of Animal Kingdom. Um, the Nigerian dwarf goats now play like kids at the Warden's Outpost near the end of the Kilimanjaro Safari. In addition to the Nigerian dwarf goats, which are adorable, mind you, guests can try and catch a glimpse of some of the animals that are born in 2020 at Walt Disney World, Animal Kingdom. Aboard the Kilimanjaro Safari, for example, you may see Maasai giraffe now out in the savannah, which is our baby. So there's a lot of exciting things to see. If you can't quite afford to go to Africa, or you don't want to make the long trip, you can certainly stay at the Animal Kingdom Lodge and really feel like you're in a Serengeti if you have a balcony that's overlooking the wildlife. It's quite spectacular to wake up in the morning, look out your window and see a giraffe coming by. And it's really something special. So think about that when you're looking at some parks to visit while you're down at Walt Disney World in Florida. Epcot's another theme park that we have. We have 4 in total. So this is the last one that I would like to kind of go into and divulge. When you travel around the globe, under the sea, into outer space, and beyond at Epcot. Ignite your imagination, guys, on these attractions, and let you blast off into journeys like our solar system on Mission Space. You can glide around the world on Soaring, which is another one of my favorite rides, which again is all virtual, and it's a really exciting experience. You can sail away on Frozen's adventure on Frozen Ever After. So as you know, most little girls love Frozen, and boys too. So we have that meet and greet kind of experience there at a safe distance here at Epcot. You can also delight in live performances, iconic musical groups. The American Gardens Theater includes the Jameters and the Mariachi Cobre, and you can indulge obviously in all the different countries that are around Epcot, and their food and their entertainment, and of course a lot of their gifts that you can purchase from all over the world. You know, there's seasonal events across the park at Epcot. You know, it includes guides that highlight unique experiences like food and merchandise. I'll go into a little bit of what we have to offer for the art festival, which is going on. And then, of course, we have the wonderful spring and garden show. And then in the fall, we do the food festival. So there's a lot to go and experience at Epcot. As we look to some of the things that have changed at the Walt Disney World, from cavalades to caverns, to flotillas, and even a special pop-up appearance, guests can discover favorite friends at all 4 theme parks and the occasional special surprise at Disney Resort hotels. So we do have character pop-ups that come and visit at the hotels as well. At the Magic Kingdom Park, from Mickey and Friends Cavalade to the Royal Princess Processional and more. You can wave to your Disney pals from a safe distance. These spontaneous appearances happen multiple times, weather permitting, throughout the day, of course. Cavalades and processionals start in Frontierland, and they, which is near Splash Mountain, make their way through Liberty Square and past the front of Cinderella's castle, and then it rolls down Main Street and ends near the Emporium. So it kind of goes through the whole park. It helps us not, have people gathering and being close. So we have cast members that are constantly friendly, reminding people how to be safe. And of course, at Disney's Animal Kingdom Park, you can catch a glimpse of characters from Disney's Pocahontas or Disney's Lion King as they float by during the Discover River character cruise, Donald's Dino Boat Bash and Goofy's Pals, they set sail, Mickey and Friends Flotilla. So there's a lot of pop-up character processions and parades and meet and greets, things of that nature. At Epcot, you can travel around the World Showcase and you may come upon Mickey and Minnie and Pluto, and are all out sightseeing and waving to their friends. So don't think that they're not out there. There are plenty of opportunities. We just try and do it in a safe distance. At the Disney's Hollywood Studios, Mickey and Friends Popular Disney Junior Stars, which is a fan favorite, Pixar's characters take part in a special motorcade down Hollywood Boulevard throughout the day. Have your cameras ready, guys, as you never know when these characters may make a surprise appearance. So that's kind of how we're handling parades in a safe environment. I talked a little bit about Epcot and the seasonal events that we have going on. So starting June 8th, this past month, through February 22nd, you guys can come down and experience a collection of visual performances and culinary arts throughout the park. We have twists on irresistible bites, sips around the world showcase. This is all happening at Epcot. You can get entertainment all over, everywhere you turn, basically. Explore a variety of galleries and animation academies. So if you're interested in learning more about the animation, you know, we are an entertainment company, so we try and bring as much of that into the client's experience as possible. Experience the joy of art and carefully curated collections from pop-up and coming up established artists. Short for art and festival keepsakes is Step Into, which is our clever photo ops that we have stationed throughout. Buzz Through the Taste of Epcot, International Flower and Garden Festival. Now that starts on the tail end of the art festival. We start the Flower and Garden Festival at Epcot. So that'll run March 3rd through July 5th. And of course, if you can imagine the gorgeous gardens and exhibits that take place, the beautiful sculptures that they do with the bushes and the flowers of all the Disney characters. It's really quite something to see if you've never seen it before. You know, you can kind of bring the garden to your table at an event exclusive for outdoor kitchens. You can sample a variety of dishes, desserts, and specialty sips. Connection with nature as you and your family wander through a variety of gardens exhibits that are fun for kids of all ages. So they do have some interaction going on there as well. So this is everything that's happening the beginning of this year at Epcot. So we've got a lot of exciting things going on in the next couple of months. One thing I wanted to pop in there is if you're visiting the Magic Kingdom or any of the 4 parks in Florida, you can maximize your fun at the parks by taking one of our fun-filled and efficient guided tours with VIP tour services. You know, it's basically upgrading your park experience, and you get never be seen before behind the experience access, which is something that is really special, especially down at Walt Disney World. You can kind of do that door-to-door service, customize itineraries. We have knowledgeable guides that are assisting you on your day of VIP tour. So you book a private VIP tour and you customize the perfect itinerary for your group. You can go up to 10 people per guide, which is a great way if you have a family, maybe a special celebration, you want to take a day and you want to do something really special, hire a VIP guide and do the VIP tour for the day. It's worth it. You know, you have enough time to explore. You're expedited on and off the rides. You go from your resort pickup to the entrance into the resort in the back end. You're expedited through whatever attractions you want to see. You do have to have a separate entrance pass. But the VIP tours gives you really a great efficient way to see the parks and the attractions that you really want to see. You can learn from your Disney VIP tour guides that have been handpicked and expertly trained to perfectly plan your itinerary for you and your family. So that's something that we do, and it's called a VIP tour. So think about that if you're coming or looking to come. Let's look at coming in 2021. There's some great things. We got even more magic happening later this year. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure is a new family-friendly attraction coming to the France Pavilion at Epcot, and that'll debut sometime this year. No date on that exactly. We have a new Cirque du Soleil show, Drawn to Life, comes to Disney Springs, which is very exciting. We will be collaborating between the Cirque, Walt Disney Animation Studios, and Walt Disney Imagineerings. Can you imagine those three entities coming together? It's going to be a spectacular experience for you guys to enjoy, and it's something new that's coming later this year in 2021. No date on that yet, but very exciting information. Resort experience, guys, let's take a look at some of the openings of our new resorts. And I just kind of wanted to share just a couple of ones with you that have recently opened. We built a brand new, beautiful resort, which is called the Disney Riviera Resort. It's truly inspired by Europe and imagined by Disney. Here you can delight in great activities, delectable dining, stylish accommodations from cozy tower studios to spacious villas up to 3 bedrooms. And what's great about the Disney Riviera Resort is it's right there next to the Disney Skyliner, which is a different way for you to get into either Epcot or Disney's Hollywood Studios. So that is a great way to have an additional way to travel in and out of those two parks, Epcot and Hollywood Studios, into various resorts. One of them being Disney's Riviera. Celebrate the unique blend. Honestly, you guys, it has a very European flair to it. And then, of course, we built a brand new tower, which is called the oh my gosh, I'm having a brownout here. The Torino Tower, which is literally built right in the center of Coronado Springs. So the Destino Tower is basically new to the Coronado Resort, which is a moderate resort. It's absolutely spectacular because really all the rooms at Coronado Springs have been redone. It's a moderate price point, and it really is a great value if you're looking to come down to Walt Disney World and stay at one of our on-site properties. So that is something very exciting there. And then, of course, the new Skyliner, which again connects Hollywood Studios and Epcot to the Riviera Resort and the Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. And then it also makes a stop over at our value resorts, which is the Art of Animation and the Pop Century. So it kind of does the 3 stops, and it's just another way to get around the parks easily. So with that being said, let's look at some changes that we've made and some enhancements. Always with the online check-in service, this can be your safest way, especially nowadays, to be able to check into your hotel. So basically with our online check-in service, you'll be just basically asked to provide some basic information, right? Your resort arrival time, your mobile phone number so that you can receive messages and updates, provide a credit card for payment on any rooms balance that you might sign on, including like, incidentals and things of that nature. Specify a required hotel account PIN. You can do that. You can verify your address and agree to the terms and conditions. And then, of course, optionally, you can indicate whether you wish to opt out of daily housekeeping service. A lot of people nowadays, especially with COVID, do not want the housekeepers in their room. So we will provide, obviously, clean towels and things like that. It's really up to you how you want your service done when it comes to housekeeping. And then, of course, you can specify any room or amenity requests that you may have. And what's great about this online check-in service, it really does allow you to bypass the front desk. Check-in reduces unnecessary contact. And then, of course, when you check in prior to arrival, you receive notification when your room is ready, your room number, and then you can even use your smartphone as a key to get into the room itself. And then, of course, you can always go to the front desk if you choose to. That's certainly a possibility for you. But we're just trying to give you options if you want to try and, do the online check-in and stay away from the front desk. The other thing is with online check-in. As you can see, I just wanted to kind of show you a couple of images of what it would look like where you can choose your resort arrival, you can choose your housekeeping amenities, the direct to room service. I told you could use your smartphone. That's what it would look like if you wanted to just hold it up to the door. It'll allow you entrance into the room. So when your room is ready, You can use the My Disney mobile app to locate your assigned room. You can unlock the door with your door unlock feature on your smartphone, or you can use your Magic Band if you have. Guests may still pick up room keys at the front desk. They can pick up Magic Bands at the front desk. Their luggage tag, which is a little thank you and souvenir that we give you. You can pick that up at the front desk if you choose, or they can send it to your room too. One thing I would like to make mention though is, nowadays, all of us are using our phones and our smartphones for so many things. And what I find is when you go to the in-app chat, you really can save yourself a lot of time because they have done that packed full of information for you. And you know what it's great for is, guest services. If you have questions, if you just, want to get a hold of the concierge and you want to ask what time the restaurant opens up or whatever it might be, you can go in there and you can use your chat and you can get those answers very easily right on your chat feature. And it's just kind of questions you might typically ask the front desk. That's all loaded in there for you. So that's one feature on there. And then of course the automatic checkout, charges to the card on file. If you set this up prior on the My Disney Experience app, you'll get push notifications. You can certainly bypass the front desk before leaving. You can completely check out and leave. So it's another way to help you guys with touchless contact. So why now? You guys, we have so many great promotions. Currently, right now, we have a couple of different options for you. The get 2 extra days added to your ticket is one opportunity for you guys. When you purchase a non-discounted 4-night, 3-day Walt Disney World Travel Company room and theme park ticket package at select Walt Disney World hotels, for arrivals, we started this on January 8th through September 25th. You can book with Carey Travel and certainly start planning today. And they can kind of look at what might be your best option for you, because not only do we have this great 2 extra day added to your ticket if you're staying for a longer time, we also give you a save in early 2021. So we have this 35% on rooms at select Walt Disney World resorts for stays most nights, January 3rd through April 17th. We're giving you till March 15th to book, but this can be used to, experience theme park tickets and resort stays, and maybe you're going to be staying for 3 nights or something. So there's different ways that you can save right now, and these are just a few that I'd like to make mention for you. We do have Spring into Magic, which is 30% off, and this is now starting April 18th. So no matter when you travel, guys, you're going to find some sort of special going on. So this one that starts on April 18th through July 10th will give you a longer booking window till the end of May, but it gives you 30% off on rooms at select Disney resorts. So we have a lot of different specials out there, guys. So be sure that your travel agent at Carey Travel will help find what fits best for you. Now, the know before you go is a term that you will hear that we use here at Disney, and it just really gives you a little bit of a cheat sheet on what's changed. These days during COVID, we have a lot of changes, no matter where you are. If you're a gym affiliate, if you're going to a restaurant, this one may be closed this week, maybe it's changed and it's open the next. So things in these times are constantly changing. We created this know before you go area of our disneyworld.com site. We have tools and tips for you guys. We have a special website that you can click to look at what's new, what's updated, any changes. So let's talk about what you need to know before you purchase a Walt Disney World vacation. Sorry guys, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Tickets, park hopper options started in 2021. We put them on a dark for 2020, and we just reintroduced park hopping in 2021. It's going to look a little bit different than it did before, and I'll talk about that in a minute. You know, what we're going to do is we're going to set specific park hopping hours during which this option will be available. So the park hopper hours will start at 2 p.m. each day. That could change, but right now it's at 2 p.m. And what you do is you can park hop if you have a park hopper ticket anytime after 2 o'clock. So you can park hop all around the parks until they close. So that is an option for you. And we do have a park hour calendar because that changes from time to time. And also the My Disney Experience app will give you the most up-to-date park hopping hours, as they could start earlier at a later date, depending on the day in the park. And of course, it depends on COVID. So we'll see how that plays out, but this is how it is right now. If you purchase a park hopper ticket, you can start to park hop after 2 o'clock. You do need, however, a park pass reservation at the beginning of your day at one of the 4 parks. Okay, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So as a reminder, with the updated park hopping experience, guests must make a Disney Park Pass reservation for the first park they wish to visit. And then after they enter that park, you enjoy that park. When it comes 2 o'clock in the afternoon, at this time, if you've got a park hopper, you don't need a reservation at any of the other parks. You can park hop around. So that is a great added thing that, and this, you know, again, could change with COVID as we see more and more loosening up of regulations, which we're all hoping for. All of this could be a little bit more flexible for you guys. So the ability to visit another park will be subject to the park's capacity. So with that, one thing I wanted to make mention is we are reopening Blizzard Beach, which is our water park. That will open on March 7th. And then, of course, Magic Bands. We discontinued free Magic Bands in 2021, but you can purchase them if you would like. If you do not want to purchase a Magic Band, we will issue you a Key to the World card, which will get you in and out of the parks, and you can use it for various things like your Magic Band would be used for. So that is something that's changed in 2021, and also the suspension of Disney Fast Passes. So we no longer offer Fast Passes. So we took those cues and we just socially distanced them. So what it almost makes it an even playing field now, you guys. It's a lot easier to get on and off the rides with an even playing field. So with that, Disney Fast Passes are suspended for the time being, and we're using those Fast Pass lanes as extra social distancing cues. With that being said, we do have the suspension of all of our dining plans, but we are hopefully going to bring them back sometime this year, depending on the pandemic. We do have some dining experiences, including, you know, character dining at Chef Mickey's, and we have some other character experiences that are coming back. So as we move towards the rest of this year, you'll see more and more opening up of character dining experiences, of course, socially distanced and safe. Bell services, some things that have changed with resort hotels. We have bell services that will deliver the luggage to the room, but will not escort the guests. Self-parking is available for all guests. Valet parking is only available for guests who require parking assistance. Overnight parking fees do apply. Certain services and amenities such as in-room dining, in-room celebrations, airline check-in, and shipping services are temporarily unavailable. And then, of course, the extra magic hour benefit has been suspended and replaced with, if you're staying at a Disney resort, you can go to the park a half an hour early every day, just to give you a little extra time, a little ease into the parks if you're staying at one of the Walt Disney World resorts. And then finally, regarding transportation options, The Disney's Magical Express will continue service this year in 2021, but it will not deliver the luggage for the guests. So the guests will have to pick up their luggage and bring them to the bus. And then guests will need to retrieve their luggage on the day of their departure, because we will not have that check-in at the lobby anymore. So that's been suspended as well. Guests can still choose from several transportation options. Certainly, we've got, the monorails, the motor coaches, watercrafts going in and out of the parks. So that's all still available for you. The Skyliner is available for you in and out of the parks. And then, of course, the minivan service, which is our Lyft service. They're the polka dotted minivans that you can order on Lyft. Those are suspended temporarily, but hopefully we'll see those come back. So there's some things that have changed, some things that have remained the same. So with Disney's commitment to safety, I just wanted to just go over quickly the high standards of sanitation. And when I say robust cleaning, guys, it's robust. We have frequently enhanced cleanings of all the targeted areas, the elevators, the escalators, etc. Easy access to hand washing facilities, as you can imagine, end-of-day sanitation procedures, frequent cleaning and washing of indoor locations, queue spaces, etc. Comprehensive cleaning of high-touch areas like TV remotes and door handles, steam cleaning and vacuuming floors between guests, light housekeeping every other day with the option for guests to decline the service altogether. And then, of course, we do individually wrapped glassware, double case pillows, additional items cleaned and wrapped in single-use packages. So we're trying to get as much safety between us and the guest as possible. And we also have some enhanced safety measures such as face coverings, which are required for ages 2 and up. Temperature screenings, you have to go on a temperature screening using a no-touch thermometer before you get into the park. If you do run a fever, maybe it's hot that day, they will put you in a cooling area, retake your temperature, and if it's still high, then you will not be permitted into the park. Guest services will work with you on some sort of a refund or extension on your ticket, and that would include you and your party. So be mindful of that. Physical distance, guests must remain distance of 6 feet between other parties, and it's really out there, and cast members are constantly reminding and moving people and making sure that they're being socially distant. And then, of course, reduce contact locations except contactless payments. We encourage you to use the Disney gift card if you can load it up with money and swipe it, or your credit card, or the magic bands to reduce the touch. That would be great. And then, of course, we have the My Disney Experience app that is getting more and more user friendly, which we're excited about. You can register or sign into the My Disney Experience app. You can link your reservations, your tickets, and your passes. And then, of course, you can make those Disney Park Pass reservations. You can also look to booking the Park Pass reservations, changing them, canceling them, all on your app. Let's say you and your family have a Park Pass reservation, which is a day that maybe you just don't feel like it. You want to spend a day at the pool. You can go right into your app, cancel your reservation. There's no fees to do that. There's no fees to book them. It's all free. It's just that helping us to keep our occupancies where they need to be. And if you could just be mindful that maybe somebody else might be wanting to get into that park that day, to go in and cancel it, that would be really great. And that is really a great way to keep everything organized. And I want to show you a little bit about what it looks like. So how do you get there? The Disney Park Pass system, you go into your My Disney Experience app. You'll see that the main page has a drop down that says Disney Park Pass system. Then that'll bring back up this area here where if you have theme park tickets only, you'll click on that blue button. Or if you have a Disney Resort guest where you have maybe a resort and a ticket, you would click on that one, because we have all kinds of tickets out there. We have annual passes, we have Florida resident tickets, we have just one-off tickets. So we have them in different buckets due to availability on the calendar. So it's important to click that. You can then see obviously what's available there. The green you can see is all parks available, the yellow some parks, and then no parks available. And then if you look further down, you can see what parks they're actually talking about. So it's really super simple, guys. And then of course, you can recheck that. If you want to go to a park that's not available, you can book a different park and just keep checking it. And it changes quite frequently as long as guests are going in and canceling their park pass reservations. And then of course you can create your travel party. Let's say you're down there with your family and maybe grandma's coming from Florida to meet up with you guys and she's an annual pass holder. You can create a party simply by selecting your guests and linking their tickets all in your app. And then that's a great way that you guys can stay all together on where you're going that day. If you all want to be together to go to Hollywood Studios, you can go ahead and create your party very easily. And then of course, once you select the dates that you want to visit, you will then see the calendar that comes up here. You will then see hours. We try and keep that updated because they do change and we would like for you to see them and just accept them. So you just click on that and move ahead. You want to review and confirm. So you want to review all your park pass reservations, agree to the terms and conditions, and then you can click the confirm button. And then of course, when you want to view your reservations, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be very simply stated on Saturday, August 29th, Disney Hollywood Studios is the park pass reservation for you, Miss Elizabeth Diaz and Mr. Stevens. So that's how it will look like to you on your app, which is really great. So you must have a Disney account in order to access the My Disney Experience app and book your park pass reservations. So if you've never had a Disney account before, you'd need to go to the mydisneyexperience.com website, create your sign in, and then you'll be able to access and download an app and sign into it from that sign in that you've created. Each guest ages 3 and up has to have a valid admission. So anybody under the age of 3 does not need a face covering or a park pass reservation. You can book your park pass reservations for your entire travel party, as we suggested before. And then of course, I'm sorry, I moved a little bit ahead. You have to book your park pass reservations for each day that you wish to visit the park. Okay, so that's a great way to kind of look at what it looks like, see what you need to do, and then of course show you how you can go in and change and cancel for no charge at all with the park pass. So basically, that is Park Pass in a nutshell. I want to touch upon dining a little bit. We do have dining check-in now, where you can go ahead and make a dining reservation on your My Disney Experience app. And then you can also do not only the table service restaurants, but you can do the quick service as well. So what that means is that once you make a table reservation, this is what it's going to look like, and you can kind of communicate through that reservation when you arrive, etc. And then of course, if you guys are doing mobile dining where you're doing a quick hit and run, you can also place a mobile order. And so you can maybe order a hamburger, tell them what time you want to pick it up. And this is all done again via the My Disney Experience app. So I just kind of wanted to visually show you what it looks like. Super simple. I encourage you, if you're coming down to Disney, play around with it, and it's super easy to navigate. I just wanted to give a big shout out to Cary Travel Express and thank them again for allowing us to host this wonderful travel events during this pandemic. You know, we're all adjusting to the new normal and doing some things differently. However, that really hasn't changed. What's special about Disney and its magic, and it awaits you at the Walt Disney World Resort. And we look forward to welcoming you to Walt Disney World. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions or you'd like to get a vacation price quote, please don't hesitate to contact your travel professional at Cary Travel Express. Thank you again.
Christy, thank you so much. You covered this is Kathy. You covered so much ground. I know there's so much going on with Walt Disney World. You did a great job in summarizing all of the key points. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I did want to point out, we have time for like 1 or 2 questions, just because we have another webinar coming up.
Okay.
And I'll get a couple questions to you, but I did also want to remind or let all of our participants know that if they do book their Disney experience with Carey Travel Express with a reservation of $4,000 or more, Carey Travel Express will be adding the Memory Maker to your package. And that's just a great thank you for booking with Carey Travel. And as you know, that's about $169 value right there. So that is something to consider when you're ready to plan your Disney experience. We have all of our travel advisors available. You can certainly call our office at 847-639-3300. Or if you would like, you could email Neely, Neelie, at careytravelexpress.com. And she can get you in touch with one of our travel advisors that can help you navigate everything about Disney right now. I do have time for one question from one of our participants, and that is, are dining rooms open, just no dining plans?
Correct. Yes, and
Okay.
that's
All right, so
hopefully
the
gonna
dining
change
plans
soon.
are not available.
Yes,
Okay,
at this moment.
all right. Yes, we'll keep checking back as we have to. Well, that's all we have time for tonight. Again, I encourage anyone that's interested in planning the perfect Disney vacation, the magical time, to please contact Carey Travel Express. Christy, thank you again.
Thank you. Everybody have a
Bye.
wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
Good night. Good night.